Shall we play a game?
G'day viewers, I was so busy replying in the chat that I almost forgot to go live. Hopefully the sound is okay this evening. I have turned my mic down just a tad, and I have my other half, delightful person, she is making cakes in the other room, so there may be a little bit of noise this evening. Alrighty, we have got the gameplay packs. I got the keys to these literally about 10 minutes ago. So sorry for the short notice of scheduling the stream. I didn't dare schedule it till I got them because I just look like a donkey. Anyway, I'll run through the routes with the three things and then we'll run one scenario from each one. So let's start off with West Coast Main Line South, Milton Keynes, which is now filled out with all its layers. There are three new scenarios. Shed Life, taking control of this Class 66 and drive it from Milton Keynes Central to Wembley Yard, where you will uncouple from your consist and pick up a rake of FKA wagons for travelling onwards. You know, every time I see FKA, I think of something rude. Just saying. Spoil from London, starting at the Eurotunnel at Wembley, take this spoil train to Bletchley Freight Sidings. That's basically a train full of dirt. Shed Rising, collect, unload and shunt wagons on a snow-swept West Coast Main Line. Alright, now if we go look in the services and we look at the layers, there is now HKA, almost give you the wrong one, HKA, so EMK HKA. So if we confirm out of there and go to the Class 66, I don't think it matters which one you pick. So let's just choose this one and then search HKA, and there's a bunch of them. So I think I counted that there's 13 services with HKAs. So there's some short ones, there's some long ones, there's a few mixtures. So it's added another 13 services, which brings our total of Class 66 services up to where it belongs. I will say hello to people in the chat just a moment. All right, if we pop over to... I'm going to run the 111 first, because I said I would. But if we pop over to San Bernardino, you get three here as well. So Deck the Halls, Metrolink are celebrating the holidays and you're tasked to help with all the preparations around Los Angeles. Sounds kind of like shunting or parcel present delivery or something like that. Santa's coming to town. Step into the role of Santa Claus and deliver passengers and presents to each of the stations along your route. Driving home for Christmas. The evening has arrived and it's time for some more festive fun. Run non-stop back to LA Union with all the decorations and lights on show to spread some more Christmas spirit. And if we pop out of here and pop back in here and go to timetable, and San Bernardino weekend and the F125 Metro Stink. Did I say that? No. There's now one called Christmas. So... you know, all this holiday train and stuff, someone called it Christmas. And there's three services for that. There's the Deadhead to Covina holiday train, so operate the holiday train and celebrate the festivities. So, could there be fireworks? I wonder. Deadhead to LA Union. So, yeah, three-part thing. Two long drives and a bit of what looks like a bit of a fun one. Okay, now let's go over to our German friends at the Sausage Land. Frankfurt. Frankfurt Fulda Kinzigtalbahn. And then we have for the 111. Hang on, I didn't say that the right way. 111. Yeah, we're being German up after all. A broken down 114 in Frankfurt Hochbahnhof needs recovering, and you use the DBBR111 to do it. Melted ice. Pick up the stranded passengers left by the ICE at Frankfurt Süd and deliver them to Frankfurt Hochbahnhof, and that's another BR111. And the rail recovery. An overhead line fault has occurred, short-circuiting multiple trains on a major route outside of Frankfurt. And naturally enough, it's the BR111. And you have to go and rescue all these dead trains, it would appear. Service-wise, it's a bit more interesting on Land of Sausage, because it gets its own timetable, Frankfurt Fulda BR111 and N-Wagon. And it's got all the usual suspects. Just about everything German's in here. But there is the DBBR111. And there should be the N-Wagon cub car, I guess. I wonder if it's that one. I didn't think it was red, though. I thought it was the other colour one. But anyway, we'll give one of those a crack. And I thought what I'd do is run a scenario from each one. So let me get back to the menu and let's quickly rip through the chat. So we have got Tam Walker, good evening. V4 Vitty, Chandler B Transport. I was going to say good morning. Well, no, it's evening. Yes, it is. But you can say good morning. That's okay. Lord Dampnut. Chandler again. V again. Joe Eliminator. That train guy. Aka JW2, I think. Mark B. Belafonte Productions. Aka JW2 says, I'm new to your streams. I've been enjoying the videos. Fantastic. Welcome along. Lord Dampnut again. And you, Burke. Maverick. Hello. Who says this is one of the most pointless packs. Oh, you're not generous today. That train guy says Santa, yay. Chris re-reference, yes. Nice N-Wagons, okay. Well, we're going to jump into, because I promised I'd do the 111 first, so let's go to Sausage Land. And, oh, Rails of Illinois as well has popped in. And I'm going to run a scenario from each one of these things. So you'll excuse me if I do the short ones. A broken down 114 needs recovering. Let's go. So these are out for everybody tomorrow, I believe. And it was a little bit of a race to get keys for this stream, and I literally got them from the very kind Yarn at Dovetail about 15 minutes ago. Good morning. Looks like we've had a 114 breakdown, one of the major platforms at Frankfurt Hochbahnhof. We're quickly dispatching you to couple to the formation and carry on its services. Sit in the driver's seat. And something else took off over there that was very noisy. But let's go and take this one on. So we've seen the 111 before, but we haven't had it here, of course. That's the wrong side. Sit in the right-hand side. That would be smarter. Now, why am I running scenarios? Because I don't have to remember how to drive the train. I have got Rail Driver plugged in. Wish me luck. Brake key is over there. And driver's brake valve 2 running. That'd be that one, wouldn't it? That one? That one. Direct brake? Maybe that one. No, that's putting the brakes on. Running. There we go. Perfect. It was already in running. Anyway. What about some... Well, there's no point train lights. They're not hooked up to anything. Wheel slip, brake release. Signal lights normal. So do we have headlights on? No. Got red lights. Instrument lights. I'm betting there's a switch behind me for the headlights. Alright, maybe I'm wrong. Alright, let's find the safety systems. Need the safety systems. There's the headlights. Headlights, there we go. What are you? ZWS, not implemented. Where are the safety systems in this one? There, maybe? There they are. Can't I turn that on? No, I can't. They seem to be locked by the scenario. That's interesting. Okay. We might have to do safety systems the easy way. Ah, that worked. Alright. We should be in forwards. We should be able to drive. And it's just read the rail driver and gone, whoo. Off we go. Chandler says that's a lot of German locos. Yes, it is. Wow, this took off like a scared rabbit. And I almost went over 45 while monitoring. I assume this is just going to take me the right way. It kind of looks like it. It's a scared little bunny rabbit, this train. It just went, whee! This looks like a very red signal. Are you ever going to stop? Oi. Come on. Just stop. No, you bastard. So no brakes. No brakes at all. What? I clearly didn't set something up there because I had no brakes. None. Not a sausage. On the sausage route. Good start. Better than yesterday's start. Alright, let's get in. Ignore the text. Get in. In. Still can't do any of the switches. It's interesting. Anyway, let's put on PZB to start with. Release the brakes. Lights were over here somewhere, weren't they? Up there. Alright, headlights. I think that's actually reading the rail driver switch anyway. It's certainly doing something with the rail driver switch. Brake key. Let's see if I've actually got brakes this time. So if I put that in fully applied... Yeah, it seems to be applying the brakes. Okay. Didn't before. It's interesting that I've got dynamic brakes on that handle, isn't it? But I didn't have the air brake. Okay, so the rail driver's not talking to the air brake handle. Well, that's handy. Right, now we know what's going on. Okay, let's activate the obfart. Let's CIFAR on as well. Off we go again. This time for sure. It is a German locomotive, Antix Prox 972 Thins. But I'm having to activate the brakes the hard way, because rail driver doesn't believe the brakes. That's okay. I'm betting we have to stop here and ask our signalman for permission to proceed. CIFAR. You gonna stop this time? Oh, come on. Alright, let's just do it. Oh. Yep. Working good. Yep. Working great. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt and just say, I'm the one that's broken. Let's try it again. This time for sure, Ollie. This time I'm going to try and stop before we go anywhere near that thing. Alright. Signals. Sit. Reverser. Reverser into forwards. Oh, now the brakes are on. Look at that. They're in emergency. Oh, I see what they've done. They've done something dumb. Right. Okay. What they've done is they've connected up the air brake handle to the driver's, to the throttle. Right. Okay. That's dumb, but that's fine. Safety system's on. Off we go in the Frightened Bunny Loco. Now let's just see if it'll stop this time. Just from here. Alright, that seems okay. I hear the brakes coming on. Oh, I think I know what was going on. I think maybe it was running up. There we go. I think it was running up, so it was still powering while I was trying to stop. I get it now. We'll be more gentle. There's tube trains all over the place, Chandler B. What route are you on? Let's see how we go this time. Antic says, don't worry, it happens when I'm trying to stop the Union Pacific diesel. Yes. It's going to work this time. See, look. It's actually doing stuff. Right. So we'll go up to our little red light. And I dare say after we've stopped, we'll probably get the go. Loco's going a little bit nutty with the rail driver, but that's okay. We'll put up with nutty. Come on. Stop. Stop. Whoa. Contact the signaller. Be a phone somewhere, won't there? That one? That one. Come on then. Proceed at restricted speed, but it hasn't given me a shunt signal. Okay. We'll believe it. We'll believe it. It must be right. Let's see what happens. Either this scenario is going to end again right now, or we'll be okay. Chandler is musing that there's a tube train on GWE. I think the train brakes are more than slowly replying, Camp Pepe. But we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Let us through the signal, so that's good. As we make our way into Fulda, which is struggling a little on the FPS. What am I meant to be picking up? Smells like a Dosto. I thought we were picking up an ICE. Maybe I read it wrong. That does look like a Dosto down there. That's okay. We'll put up with a Dosto. Or is it sending me down the wrong track? No, going down the right track. All good there. It's going nice and slow. How is everybody today, anyway? Antic says the fact that I like the steam locomotive better than the UK-US uses for their trains, it's really hard to operate the tank engines. The little Fowler is okay. Off the rails and bits, hello, in the vertical stream. Quite a few viewers in the vertical stream today. Welcome along. If you'd like to chat, you're more than welcome to. I know it's a little hard on the phone, though. If people have got any questions about the gameplay pack, we can have a look at stuff and try and figure it out. No guarantees, because I know about as much about this as has been published, and I've only just gotten these keys, so there has been zero playtime. Normally I like to have a little bit of playtime before the stream. There we go, nice little safety stop, and let's not go into run up, that would be a bad idea. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why aren't you even trying? Brakes are off, aren't they? Yep. 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 It's not touching it or anything, is it? No. Hmm. 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 We haven't turned the brake key off again, something? No, that's on. Let's just move the reverser and see if that helps. I am concerned that the little tap thing is running down here. How did it get up that high? I think we've blown the circuit breaker. That would be my bet. Let's see if it moves now. There we go. That's what it was. I blew the circuit breaker. And bonk. Is that close enough? Yeah, we should be able to couple that. That should work. Can we couple that? Yep. Wow, that was a jump and a half. It is like a bunny. So what are we dragging out? Let's go have a look. Good tunes? Better be some techno. You are in Germany. You must listen to techno. There is no other kind of music in Germany. It is a fun loco to drive. Yes, the pack does release on Thursday. They are actually relatively cheap. They are something in the vicinity of about £5 each. So we're picking up a 114. Okay. There's something in the vicinity of £5 each or £13 for all of them. You can translate that into your local currency at your heart's content. So you can buy one if you like one particular one, or you could buy two, or you could buy all of them. That's entirely up to you. Depends what you like. If you like German trains, maybe you only get this one. I better get in here and do what it's telling me to do. Set the reverser to off. Very good. Get the handle out. Come on, let me do it. Right, there we go. Set the brake key to off. But I didn't release the brakes. Surely you have to release the brakes. We'll find out soon, won't we? And tail light. We want no lights, actually. I'll turn our lights off. It doesn't tell you to do this, does it? No. Climbing down. Door. G'day. How you doing? Door again. Up. Up, up, up. Headlights. I hope this isn't one of the ones that cracks the sads when you have PZB on at the other end. We'll soon know. Oh no, they remembered. They remembered they were on. Okay, that's a good sign. Forwards. Set the brake key to on. Seems fair. What about some instrument lights? Have some instrument lights? Why not? Unlock the doors. Really? We're taking passengers? Wow. It did work. Look at that. It's got the Man Bag Express. Is that it? Just him. Yep. Just him. That makes working a train just worth it, really. One passenger. Sure, we've all had days like that. Is it time? It is time. Okay. Can we make it go? This is the question. I thought I just told it to lock the doors. Good job. You're currently behind schedule. Well, how about that? It still says lock the doors, though. Do I believe it or not? Let's go look. Let's go look and see if they're open. They are not open. Hang on. Let me make sure I didn't do something dumb like open the other side. No, they're fine. Oh, plus and power. Great. Let's be gentle with it, though. Off we go to Frankfurt Main Sud. We have got... Oops. Got a little white signal here. Which I vaguely think's for the other track anyway. Can hear it going clunky clunky. Matt Val. Heard a rumour about East Anglia route is being made for TSW 5. I had not heard that one. But okay. Uberk says one passenger only. Yes, please. Sorry, we're full. Mark Jolly says £11.99 for all three. Thank you very much, Mark. Could be craft work. That's possible, Mark. Yes. Rail says there's Alphaville in Germany. Well, okay. It is a bit different coupled to the Dosto, isn't it? Just a little bit. You know, what else are they going to do? I'm kind of hoping Windows doesn't update tonight too, because it popped up and said, you've got a Windows update, and I'm going, don't do it. Do I believe it's safe to release? No. Did I just see for myself? I think I did. Yes, I have CFI'd myself. Guess who's popped the breaker again? Yay! No, not that one. That one. Alright. After it runs down, I'll be able to go. In the vertical chat, we have got Christian Sims says Austria trains are better. Okay. Alright, let's go. We have power. Yay! Taraco Railways says, greetings my friend and all in chat. Welcome to you as well. Off we go again. Let's try and be a little bit more professional. Let's pretend we understand German trains. Probably shouldn't have CIFA on while I'm streaming actually. Let's kill CIFA. Just leave PZB on. Let's hope I don't blow the breaker again as we try and get this lot moving so we can actually get to Frankfurt Main Sud, because that would be handy. Oh dear, I think I just did. I pushed it too hard. That's okay. When it counts down, we'll be able to do it again. I'm going to call this train the portable circuit breaker. David Smith says German trains are just too hard work. Oh. They're kind of fun though. But yes, they are hard work. Ah, oh, it blew again. What? I was sitting on 5%. Come on. We have to wait for it to run down again. Joshua Atkins says, what is your favourite DLC in the gameplay pack? I don't know. I'll let you know at the end. I got the keys 15 minutes before the stream. Oh, I promised I'd run the German one. Alright. Let's just sit on 13% this time. Pretend it's okay. That signal is green, I think. Yes, it is. Why do I have the thing on? And it's not actually powering, is it? Did I do it again? I have got... yeah, pantographs up. Alright, let's be really gentle with it. 1%. Okay, it survived 1%. How about 3%? Yep, good. How about 8%? We'll just leave it there. It's going to be a long, long, long scenario. It's only meant to be 20 minutes or something. Oh, you know what's interesting? See, that's in 13%, but look at this. This is running up. Why is it running up? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill the rail driver. Because I think the rail driver might be doing something weird with the loco. So we'll do it the easy way now. We will switch to the Xbox controller. This one. So as soon as it runs down, we'll try and drive again. Let's see what happens. Come on, run yourself down. So when you're in this power setting, it's not supposed to keep running up, but it does actually seem to be doing that. So let's just leave it sit there on 6%. Or tap 6, or whatever that 6 represents. Now I need to change my brake. Is that, I think? That's still dynamic brake. Direct brake. Driver's brake valve. That's the one we want, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one we want. So I think there might be a little bug with the 111. Or should I say that? 111. Bit of PZB action. So I think I figured it out. There might be a bug. Yeah. Let's run it up a little bit. Run it up to 10. And hold. That seems steady. Because when you put the throttle into the power position, it's supposed to go to that percentage of power and stay there. It should not keep running up. So that's a little bit weird what it was doing. I'm not going to pretend to understand it. But we seem to be under control now. Ooh. There's a hole in the universe. You little one. Glad to have the helper there. I didn't even see that signal. Alright, we're finally on our way to Frankfurt Main Sud and starting to look vaguely professional. Richard Sutton says, hey mate, love your videos, love from New Zealand. Thank you. I do enjoy New Zealand. It is an absolutely fantastic place. One of the most scenic places in the world, I have to say. My speed down a little bit, since these brakes work really well. Oh, look at that, it's using dynamic brakes even though I'm using the driver's brake valve. It's doing almost nothing in the braking department. It is dropping air from the brake pipe. Your big yellow needle's dropping, but the air in the brake cylinders is not going up. It is slowing down though. Does that mean I don't know how to drive the 111? Or it's just being problematic today? Who knows? Rails of Illinois had 6 Williamston teeth removed. Yes, most people only get 4. It is evening, Right Away Productions. Joshua Atkins is a very sensitive train. It is. I'm just going to take it really slow and we'll make it through. Mark B says German trains are okay if you ignore safety systems, a more pleasant ride. I like running the safety systems though. I often turn off CIFA when I'm streaming because CIFA's a bit of a pain in the bum, but I don't mind PZP. Bad Guy says, hey all, hello to you as well. Joshua Atkins says to make it easy I call it the 111. You could do that. Okay, we actually have air in the cylinders this time. Is this stop going to be recognised? It's a bit short. We'll see if it recognises it or not. It did. Fantastic. Doors open. Lovely. There's a lady with a giant bag over there. Let's go and find a better position to sit in so we can watch our departure. With the bag lady. Hello, bag lady. It's an unusual train to see. Loading, loading, loading. Nigel says, apparently not suitable for Xbox One and PS4. In fact, you can't even get them on Xbox One and PS4. Because this new release is not available. So not only not suitable, not available. It's the first of the Gen 9 only content. Should we try a horn? Why not? Hopefully that didn't run up too far and blow the breaker again. The little 111. Not safe to release. Always good. Nigel says, does anyone know whether you can play this game pack through the Xbox PC mode? I will be getting Xbox keys, so I will try and find out. Being brave and going all the way up to 11. Oops. I didn't acknowledge I've been PZB'd because I started to read the chat like a twit. Never read the chat when you've got PZB turned on. It's just not worth it. Sigh. Since I'm stuck waiting for the brakes to come off, Gav says, evening this wet night, Paul. It's not wet here. Chandler says, I'm going to take the Scotsman Light from St Pancras to Ashford. Fair enough. And it is a big bag. Alright, brakes are coming off. Let's go. Let's run her up to about 6 and hold her. Out there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, you happy little train. I hope. Maybe. John McGlade says, when is the big patch going to be out? It is out. There are some PS5 players who don't seem to have the updated West Coast main line yet. You may be in that bracket, but it is out for everybody else. I have seen some PS5 players claiming to have the update, so I personally don't know. I don't have one, but I have seen some claiming it. Let's try and give her a bit more juice. We don't want to go too far though, because we've got to stay under 45 at the moment. On our way to Offenbach. How far are we actually going? Offenbach, Hanau, and that's it. Offenbach and Hanau. We'll do that. And I need to run down. Oh, no, I think we've just come out of monitoring actually. I think we can go faster. Looks like we have, yeah, we're not flashing the alternating anymore. Right, so we can run back up. Take it straight up to about 10. Nozifo asks, what is going on? Can someone explain? And there's a hairy person driving a German train, doing a bad job. But I finally got it to move, so, you know, we're good. This is the new gameplay pack, and this is the DBBR 111. And we're rescuing a broken 114 that sounds remarkably like it's powering, but, you know, that always happens. And apparently it's safe to release, so we'll believe it, and we will. We are allowed up to 140 now, on our way to Offenbach-Hochbahnhof. Joshua says a lot of San Bernardino content coming, which is great. Well, we'll have a look at the holiday services or the Christmas train services in a little while. Benjamin's Brandon Jar, have I tried a bracket potato with Vegemite? No, and I don't think I'm going to. Jacket potatoes, like them very much. Like Vegemite, they don't belong together. Next you'll be wanting to put pineapple on pizza. Oh wait, I do. You know, now that I've got it up to this speed, I'm worried about it stopping. Just saying. Just a little bit. Sorry about the pausing, by the way. I haven't run Frankfurt for ages, and Frankfurt's a bit of a dog anyway for the, when you haven't loaded the shaders yet, which we haven't. There's a bit of default hedge texture going on there. So 2 kilometres out, I think, just by the way this has been behaving, I better start running down, because I've got to do 60 k's shortly. It's already going below the speed limit there, so that'll be fine. But let's get a little bit of brakes happening. See, it is doing air brakes this time, and it's braking really hard. Oh, now it's releasing the air brakes and putting on the regenerative or dynamic brakes. That's interesting. Okay, I'm starting to understand this train. We're missing a gratuitous bridge shot. Oh no, we're missing a bridge shot. Ah. Why? I acknowledged PZB. Why? You bad train. I don't like you anymore. I'm not a fan of you, train. Fine. We've got to wait for the train to pump up anyway, don't we? There's no point running up yet. There we go. Brakes are coming off. I got PZB'd. Yay! Yay, safety systems. Yay! Getting impatient now. That's not powering, so have I blown the breaker? Probably. Pop the popper. Alright, let's try now. Wait, I go backwards. And go backwards. You go forwards. That's better. Go forwards. Right. There you go. Okay. I actually thought I did acknowledge off the rails, but clearly, no, I didn't. But you know, yes, hairy man driving a train. Tarako says Hawaiian is the best. Ah, pineapple pizza. Now we're talking. Hello, Louis Trains. How are you? Uberk says, any mite doesn't belong with anything, not for my taste buds. Oh, Vegemite on a freshly buttered roll. Very good. Let's give him a little more juice. Take it up to 10. We'll hold there. Can't go over 45 anyway. He's a naughty train, Benjamin. Might be a naughty train driver too, but you know, we won't go there. Alright, let's start running it down or I'm going to end up over 45 and blowing PZB again. Even though it says safe to release, I'm not believing it. No, we're not doing it. Yeah, wrong end. We are allowed into... I can do 60, dropping down to 40. Fair enough. We'll have to acknowledge that. We're finally going to get into the station now. Can you believe that? Actually going to arrive. Mark B says, Vegemite doesn't belong, there is only Marmite. Ooh, them's fighting words, Mark B. Vegemite's good stuff. Marmite's like sloppy Vegemite. Cavs Photography says, train wants to go back to the depot. I think so. Joshua says, when you streamed the GWE remaster news, the train you thought was the 484 on the dark screenshot from Heathrow was an Express 387. Ah, that's quite possible. I don't pretend to be an expert in British trains. So sometimes I succeed in recognising them, and clearly that time not. So thank you very much. We're finally arriving in the station. I suppose I should think about stopping this thing. Bit more stopping. Bit more stopping. Bit more stopping. Lots more stopping. More stopping. It's going to work fine. It'll stop in the platform. It'll be all good. See? Worked. Told you it would. Right. Oh, I know what the problem is. It's this guy. You know how I can tell? That. He's got a ponytail. That's why I can't drive the train. Let's release the brakes a little bit, but not off completely. Benjamin says Marmite is preferable. Uberk says Vegemite and pineapple. I'm in the wrong restaurant today. Yeah, a little maybe. So why do I have the thing? Is it popped again? No? No, let's just try and go and see what it does. No power. Alright, why not? I'm beginning to not like the 111 very much. Just beginning. There we go, we've got power. Let's be gentle about it though. Let's not go crazy here. Hello, Jack M. Chandler says, I'm looking forward to 387s in GWE because they should have new suspension. They haven't said they're doing that, so don't assume it. They're debranded so I can create liveries without GX branding inside, and they're 387s. Well, that's fair enough. I'm being excessively gentle with the 111 now, because it's kicked me in the ghoulies a couple of times, and I don't want another one. I really don't. Hello, Shuttlesworth in the vertical chat. Horizontal chat, we have got Nigel says, thank you. If I can play it in Xbox PC mode, I may be able to purchase it and install it that way. That's possible. I would encourage you, if it's within your means, to maybe think about getting yourself a Xbox S or X for Christmas. Because lots of games now don't run on the Xbone or the PS4. And it does really look like this game is going that way. And I know that there's another new release that does not. How long is it going to sit in monitoring mode for? I know it says safe to release. Maybe I just should. There we go. Let's power it up. Be brave and take it all the way up to 11. We'll hold it there for a while it accelerates. Joshua says, for some reason I haven't noticed the passengers who have the walking stick. They are around. They normally stand in a little group. So there's normally 2 or 3 people in a cluster. And one of them has a walking stick. And I think they do that because the other people would fall over them if they didn't. Tree Sim World. Sounds nice. Lots of good trackside scenery, which is why our performance is a little on the weak side. I think I can probably safely give it a little bit more power. Let's take it up to 16 and wait. Chandler says, question about Steam. The faster you get, are you supposed to open or close the ejectors? The ejectors are for the brakes. So the small ejector will keep the brakes off. The large ejector is needed to create the vacuum to release them. SVids, hello. Seen the video icon for the live stream and wondered before watching what locomotive was it. Do you know where it's coming to TSW 5? It is the DBBR 111. This locomotive itself's already in the game. This is a gameplay pack, which brings the 111 and the N-Wagon to Frankfurt Fulda, or as I call it, Sausage Town. And it's out tomorrow. Lord Dapnut asked, what is Xbox PC mode? You can run Xbox games on your PC. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You just run the Xbox store on your PC and it lets you install Xbox games. You do need to be running Windows 10 or 11 for it to work. But a lot of the games are available that way. I've never actually tried to install Train Sim World that way, so... I'm certainly not going to do it now. Because that would be a disaster. That sounded like a circuit breaker blowing, didn't it? We're finally getting a little bit of decent speed, so let's run it up to 25 and see what happens. There we go. Ooh, that's almost in the red. See, on this gauge, I think you need to keep that needle out of that red mark, just to the right of where the needle is. So we almost blew it. Almost. Florian says it seems to handle a lot different to the Salzburg-Rosenheim version of this loco. I love driving it, never needed to be this careful with it. Careful, yes, but not so sensitive. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't remember it. Oh, we're back in tree sim world again. Let's try that. A different tree, great. Perfect, yes. More trees. Ah, there we go, no trees. Good. Perfect. Yay! 7Ks to Hanno, Hochbahnhof. I'm almost up to speed. Amazing. Yes, this pack is coming out on Thursday. I should run down now because I have to start braking. I don't know if you can brake before it gets down to 0. Does anybody know? Maybe that's what's been causing me problems. Maybe I've been braking before I got to 0. Come on, 0, 0, 0, come on, yay! Brakes, lots of brakes, lots of brakes, lots of brakes, lots of brakes. Braking very hard. And now the brakes work fine. Isn't that weird? It's interesting when I release the brakes, it applies them really hard again. I'm looking at that gauge there on the right. When I released them, it applied them about as hard as it possibly could and then started to release them. And I think I blew the thing again. No, maybe not. Maybe now I can do it. Well, we're just going to roll into the station anyway, because, you know, I think this is the last station. Hanno, Hochbahnhof. Then we have to shunt it. Okay. So we will need to get power back at some point. I can hear a bird mocking me. You don't know how to drive a train. Get it back up to 110. Mark B says, Steamies, you should be able to exceed 500 miles an hour in the spirit of steam. I think you've got wheel spin when that's happening. 2Ks to Hanau Hochbahnhof. 100 zone coming up, so we may as well run down again because we're only allowed to do 100 anyway. I have to report this to Matt. We somehow didn't end up in a tree. Perfect. Nvidia 4090 says, I don't know how the game is crazy between TSW and all the DLCs. I can only have 2 games on my PS5. You should be able to have more than that. You should be able to run about 10. Unless your PS5's just full. So it's always possible. I'm behaving myself this time. SVID said, would be awesome for TSW5 to have some Australian, especially a locomotive 3801 and a route. I quite like 3801. I think personally I'd go for an R-Class, but that's because I'm one of those heathen southerners from Victoria. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't slow down fast enough, and we've got a red light. Actually, that's not red, is it? No, it's not. It's green. But I didn't slow down fast enough. That was my fault. That was not the train. That was just me screwing the pooch. So, up in the top right-hand corner up here, you can't see it on the vertical feed, I'm afraid, but it says stay below 24. It was counting down, and I was reducing my speed on the speedo, but I was not there. I just was not quick enough, unfortunately. Once that comes down a bit more, we should be able to throttle up again. There we go, making power up to about 5, and we'll stay there. I think I got away with that. Okay, I'll pretend to understand what happened then. Why did I get PZB'd again? I understand the first time, but why did it happen the second time? Any guesses? Alright, brakes are coming off again. Let's see if we can get into the platform, shall we? Catching up on the chat. SVID says, yes, we talked about 3801. Jack M says, seems to handle a bit like old trams in the manual. When you notch up, you have to go slow. The traction power will drop out and just start again from not zero. It is a tap changer locomotive, but it shouldn't be this sensitive, I don't think. I don't remember it being this sensitive. I think we've got a special version, maybe. Chandler's got his Scotsman to 157. NVIDIA is shouting at us, can we get the P42? Probably, maybe, one day. We'll see how it goes. Ratifus, hello! It's cold and grey there. Well, it was sunny here, but it's now getting dark. Bad Guy says, Call of Duty will fill up 50% of your hard drive. That doesn't surprise me. Chandler's got Flying Scotsman to 202. Eat that, Mallard. We'll have to shunt after this. So I'm doing an awesome job of showing off the one. It's quite beating me. It's like being punched in the face repeatedly in a boxing match. It's great. Sorry, Shuttlesworth says, G'day, hello to you. Hanzu, this is the DB-BR111 on Frankfurt Fulda in the new gameplay pack, which is out tomorrow. And I'm doing a terrible job of driving it. Just saying. I'd like to pretend I'll be better at the British and American ones, but you never know, we might not. Could be one of those days. I have been up since 5 this morning, and it is now 8:44. So, I suppose I shouldn't be the surprised that I'm a bit tired. Go on, train. You can stop, I'll let you. Let's kick our passengers out, and then we're going to shunt this thing, I believe. Looks that way. What are we going to do next? We're going to do Hanno Hochbahnhof track 927, and then we're going to park this thing, and then we're going to go and run something English. So, where are we putting it? 927. Track 8, 306. God, who numbered these tracks? 304, 52, 33, 30. Where on earth is 927? Oh, down there. I still can't see 927. I can see 957, but not 927. Maybe it's down here somewhere. 965. Oh well. We'll just figure it out, won't we? Lockens the door in. I had to press PZB override as I crossed the signal. Really? It was red with the white dots. Ah, that explains lots of things. Okay. That's enough to minimise financial damage. Park the train up ahead and we'll fix it up. Good. I'm going to assume all the points are set for me. I'll just believe it, shall I? Maybe. Maybe it'll work. We'll see. Come on, little train. I'll give you one last chance to spank me. Rail Freight Fred, hello to you. Joshua, the track sounds very US. Well, track's track, mate. It really is. Chandler says you're good at the English one. It's only a wagon. We'll just get in and ride down the hill. Gav says the train is Lucas telling you off, shaking his head and punishing you. Yes, that wouldn't surprise me. It's gone into Lucas mode. Is that like Lucasade? I guess so. John Hudson T says Doublehead 3801 with Flying Scotsman like in 1998. I actually saw that. And I saw not that long ago. It's kind of an embarrassing video because I'm not going to show you. But I actually found me in a YouTube video from that time. It was young me. It looked slightly different then. Chandler has launched Flying Scotsman into the air. Fantastic. Just roll to a stop. Jack says, Nigel, you have to get a decent route to run it. Made a suggestion in a forum for New Haven Springfield. We can have a few things. Nvidia says, I don't know how you're able to get 18 games on the PS5 because Warzone takes up pretty much half my space. Well, I suppose it depends on the size of the games you're running. Some games are much bigger than others. Set the driver's brake to full service. There you go. Reverse it to off. And remove the reverser handle. Not that I actually know how you do that with a controller, but there you go. I've got a mouse. Brake key to off. And now it's time for an English train, I think. Let's see how you did. Really badly is the answer. Alright, let's turn the rail driver back on, because I'm hoping the 66 will be nice to it. Let's see how you did. Come on then, show me. There we go. You know, I'm pretty impressed that I got a gold, to be honest with you. I did that poorly. So poorly. Okay. Hello, C. Alright, let's leave the 111, which clearly isn't my friend today. You missed me driving really poorly, C. You should probably rewind because it's funny as hell. Uberk says, railroad tracks sound like railroad tracks, both inside and outside. Yes. Maybe German tracks may say German things for clack clack. Alright, West Coast Main Line. No, not that one. Alright, let's run one of the scenarios. Let's do Spoil from London. God, that's long. Let's do some of Spoil from London. Yes, some. Okay. Maybe we'll run this one last and we'll run... Yeah, let's go and run the little shorty train and we'll come back to Spoil from London. Because the other one's quick. So we'll run the little shorty. San Bernardino. Los Angeles. And Santa's coming to town. There we go. We're going to drop presents off, apparently. I don't think Dovetail hates the USA NVIDIA 4090. I don't think so at all. You do know that Matt's wife is from the USA, don't you? And I'm sure some of the game's capital comes from there too. Nvidia says I have Warzone and TSW and that's all you can fit on your PS5. Have you only got a 512 PS5 by any chance? The half a terabyte one? Bad Guy says my train sim world's about 155 gigs. Ah. So we're during the day with a light up train. Maybe we should do a... What do you want, you crackhead? Good afternoon, how's it going? I've got presents ready for you to deliver and have marked each one with the station it needs to be delivered to. Anyway, I don't keep you any longer of deliveries to make. I'll see you later. Yep, good, crackhead. Pick up the presents. Alright. Very good. We'll run this thing at night too, because we're going to want to see it lit up, aren't we? Surely. Right, let's jump in. Get a bit of window action happening, bit of reverser. Yeah, okay. It hasn't picked up rail driver. Fine then. Engine run to on, which is behind me somewhere. Oh, there it is. These shouldn't be off. Only gen should be off. Alright, front headlights, bright Norks. Only to bright. No. You can put it to bright, and then you can put it back to bright Norks, thanks. That's what I want. Brake mode to passenger. That way, good. The game didn't pick up rail driver, so I'll be driving with the controller again. Oh, you want to unlock the doors, do you? Very good. Don't need to do anything with that, I don't think. It's pumping up the train nicely. So we'll be using the Xbox controller again, because it didn't pick up rail driver. Let me scroll back up through the chat, because I've missed a few while we're waiting for this. David Smith says, easily, I have 36 PS4 era games in there too, but use an external drive, so that helps, yes. I'd get a SSD to plug in if I were you. Joshua Atkins says, East Coast Main Line's really nice route. Agreed. TS5 plus 52 DLC comes to 184 gig. Janos Schneider says, are the game packs paid for individually? You can 5 each or £11.99 for all 3. You can translate that to your own currency, and it's time to go. Just pretend to be American, don't mind me. I'll do the standard commuter rail thing, notch 3, and then notch 8. Full beans. I'll get rid of this horrible bell thing. So we will run this at night, even though you can see it is lit up. Because I think we need to see it at night time as well. We'll run the scenario. Then we'll run it at night, and then we will go back and run the spoil train, and we'll get as far as I'm going to get before I fall asleep. Yeah, you can buy them individually for $5 each, or it's $11.99 for all 3. 4.8 miles to Upland. Much easier to drive than the 111. We're doing all right now. It's a good thing. Looks like that stuff's lit up even in daytime. Doing a bit of push-pull. No wonder it's accelerating so fast. I was wondering why it was so quick. Cruising along. David Smith says, I've got an old PS4 external drive. Do you like that, Rails of Illinois? Just for you, mate. Going just a tad quick, but that's okay. Who's gonna know? Gotta quickly squeeze in the 4. Got it. Should pay attention, shouldn't I? Let's just have a little bit of brakes just to bring us back down below the speed limit. Ooh, that sounded terrible when it went through the little hitch then. Never mind. Alright, we're back to speed. Very bouncy. Coming into Upland. Let's try the horn sequencer. Does it work? It's not going to make it in time, is it? Oh, don't do it again. Stop! Noisy thing. Got a yellow signal here. Start slowing down a bit. Nvidia says, I don't know if Dovetail really hates the USA, but when you look at the disparity between American routes versus the routes they choose to do if the shoe fits, I think they're just trying to satisfy their players, but it's hard to satisfy everybody with American trains. They're not likely to ever make a full-on Amtrak for the diesel areas for the simple reason that you only run one train a day. Who's going to buy that? Down to an appropriate speed for the 45. Omar says PS5 is having trouble receiving the update. I don't think it's so much having trouble, I'm just not sure it's been pushed out to everyone. I have seen some people appear to have it though. So patience, I guess. It has rolled out to everybody else. I haven't seen any more news on that. Actually, DTG should be awake. Let me just check and see if they've posted anything for the ambassadors. No new news from on the ambassador channel, sadly. I wish I had some better news for you, but I don't. First stop at Upland, where I dare say we're going to drop off some presents. Johnny Bighorn says hello. ABBABC has trained things. John Rodriguez says, yo, yo, what it do, baby boo. Well, fair enough, I guess. Yes, the shorts feed has interesting characters sometimes. It's always kind of cool. Alright, Upland, the doors will open on the right, and I guess we're distributing presents here, so we should probably... that'll do. That's more than enough brakes. It'll stop. I have great faith. And my faith is not misplaced. It's a well-behaved train. It's clearly not German. It's friendly. Unlock the doors. Are we going to go get presents? I don't know. What are we doing? Leave the cab and step onto the platform. Place the presents underneath the tree. Does appear to be doing that. So we will do this the right way. We will leave that brake there. We will apply the independent brake. We will bring the reverser into neutral, and we will turn off the generator fields. And now my train cannot possibly go anywhere, which is why you do all of that. Place the presents underneath the tree. Where's the tree? Bit of a wreath. Oh, here's the tree. Yay, presents. There you go. They will all be stolen within seconds. Up we get. Back in again. Back in the chair. And we reverse all those things that we did before. So, gen field on. Back into forwards. Release the independent. And we can go. The doors shut? Not yet. Shut the doors. Pete says he's got the mini patch on PS5, but not the full update as yet. Yeah, the mini patch was to enable this. Might be a little while the brakes release before it goes too well. David Smith says there's a PS5 patch issue regional. Got the patch overnight with no issues. Already installed when I got up this morning. That's good. Yeah, it does seem to be going out to some people, so maybe there is some regional restriction or something like that that was unintended. So we shall wait and see. I dare say they'll let us know so we can pass news on to people. Can you imagine living near this? I did used to live in Oakland in California, and I lived about maybe 5 miles from the train line when they were coming down through Jack London Square, and they used to start honking the horn coming through the yards north of Oakland, and they just keep on going until they left Oakland. It's like, noisy bastards. At least the cars weren't running through that crossing this time. That seems to have been fixed. That's good. There are a few fixes for this route out, which came out today or yesterday. Yesterday, I think. Which is, of course, welcome. Did I hear an owl then? I'm sure I did. Just as we popped outside, I heard a woo. I never like it when it starts behaving like this. It's usually the harbinger of doom. I clearly haven't run this route recently, because it's compiling shaders as we go, so it's very hitchy. So my apologies for that. I would have liked to have get some time. I hope we don't Nebworth this. It's going to be close. Do I dump it in emergency? Yes, I think so. No, it won't let me. No, don't Nebworth it. We'll just jump out. We'll pretend it's okay. Come on, stop. Stop. Stop! Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, one door in the platform. That's all we need. One door. Just one. One door. Oh, it's going to be so close. So close. Victory. We'll pretend that was a good stop. And I assume it's going to want me to do the presents and things again. So, independent. Let's just get that releasing, because that was a very big break. You released? I think you released. Jet off. Come on. Let's go and deliver our presents. Might take a little while. Got to walk into the next county. C says I've still only got 600 something services. Yeah, you should get visibly, it was about nearly 800, but there's actually about 941 apparently, but the UI's not adding them up properly. Do you know I'm actually going to have to get into the train to get past this fence, I think. Yeah. Let's get into the train so we can go through to get past the fence. Oh, fence is there. Next one. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we've travelled 1,000,000 miles. We've gotten to the tree. Presents, yay! Return to the engineer's seat. Well, that's a little while away, so please be patient. No, I just fixed a sign. How about that? Yeah, it's weird that your driver's here. Don't worry about it. It's nice that you can see the stuff from the inside of the carriage. Good someone thought about that. How many more stations are we doing? Claremont, Pomona, Covina. How did this only take 20 minutes? No way. But that's okay. We'll get there. I stopped in the perfect place, Chandler. What are you talking about? Come on. There we go. Absolutely perfect stop. Couldn't be better. Don't know what you're talking about. Right. Gunk. No need for the bell. We're out of the station by a long way. Excellent. There's so much stuff going on in the chat today. I am very much struggling to keep up with it. I apologise for that. Gav says it's a Natalie. Hang on, let me check. No, it's definitely not a Natalie. Oh, you meant to stop. That's okay. Pete says, just had a message from Alex. Confirmed PS5 is still waiting on the main update. Teams are working on sharing that this morning. Excellent. Thank you, Pete. Some people do seem to have it, though, which is a bit weird. Let's see what he's dumped in the main ambassador one. I just realised that said stop. I was so busy getting the horn right. Oh dear. I don't think we're stopping at this one. I think we're going to fail this one. Maybe I should just keep going. I went over to the DTG thing to read what they said, but yes. I shouldn't have done that, should I? I'll just pretend this is here. That's alright. Don't worry about it. Not a problem. Objective failure. Oh no! Oh well. I think we should run it in the dark. I think we need to do that. Options, main menu. Let's see if any of the services are in darkness, or if they're not, we will put it on somewhere in free roam and run it in the dark. Because I want to see it. I don't know how the cake's coming along. I assume they're coming along fine. It's not been much noise from back there. Driving so well tonight. San Bernardino weekend. Christmas train, that one. Is that daytime? What's the point of having a light up train when all the services are in the daytime? What? Alright, let's free roam it. It'll be fine. On foot. Yeah, alright, LA. Why not? We might be able to get out of there. Okay, load up in free roam and then we will spawn. Did I do nighttime then? I just accept 10 o'clock like an idiot. I think I just accepted 10 o'clock like an idiot, didn't I? Yes, this is why you shouldn't stream after you got woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yep, I accepted that like a complete donkey. Eeyore. Let's try that again. Let's go on foot in the dark. Yep. In the dark this time. This is important. This is very important. Alright, to the trains. Choose a route. San Bernardino. Timetable. San Bernardino weekend. On foot. LA's fine. 2 o'clock in the morning should be dark even for Los Angeles. Hopefully the station's not full of trains, actually. Could be problematic. Because I do just want to see this train at night time. There we go. Lovely. We got room for it here. F125. Christmas. Christmas. Spawn. Is it really only the locomotive? Well, that's not very good. Oh, look. Santa's animated. It's kind of cool. I wonder... Is there the whole train? Or do I have to do it in Formation Designer? Let's just try Christmas train. Let's try and type it right. No, I've got to spawn them one at a time. Really? There's no formation for it. Alright, you know what we'll do? We'll cheat. Main menu. Yes. We'll make one in Formation Designer. Pete says, what keys are you using for gear changing? I'd have to think about that. Let's have a quick look. Gear changing. It does have keys. Does. But I don't actually use my keys. I use my rail driver normally. And I use the up and down on the controller when I'm doing that. Gears are... somewhere in here. Or are they? Yeah. Control D and Control A. There you go. I knew it had them. Alright, now we need to go to Creators Club. Formation Designer. I can't believe it hasn't got a formation. Add new. Name not allowed. Okay. Perfect. Okay, Formation Builder. Add an official. F125. Metrolink Christmas. Yep, that one. Good. Add an official. Bi-level. Yes. How does it know which one it is? Maybe it's just that one. Yeah. Okay. It's backwards, but that's fine. So we'll just add another one. We'll just add the 125 on the back, because I think all the carriages are the same anyway. So that's fine. Add that one. That'll be fine. Save that. Get out of there. Yep. Now let's spawn this. Okay. You can see on my... Oh no, idiot. I've done well today. Pendrake, no, you haven't missed the UK. We'll be doing that next. I am going to just spawn this little Christmas train just so we can see what it does, and then we'll be going to the UK. We will run the full length of the spoiled train service, because that should be nice and straightforward to drive, because it's a 66 and they're magic. Very easy. I just want to see what this whole train looks like in the dark. I'm doing great, says bad guy. Clearly not. Oh dear. Loading. Can't believe I quit the game. What kind of an idiot does that? And I'm running out of tea. That's where you hope the other half's listening to your stream and feels sorry for you and brings you tea. Okay, no worries, Pete. And to the trains, choose a route. Los Angeles again, weekend, not that it matters. On foot. 4 AM will do fine. We're not going to drive it anywhere, we're just going to look at it. Then we'll go and run the 66 in the UK. There does not appear to be a service for the train in the dark. There might be a scenario, but I'm just going to do it this way. This will do fine. Formations. Asking formations. I had to remember how to do this. Name not allowed. There we are. Perfect. Right, if we go over here, we can look at all the things. So there's season's greetings. There's a Christmas tree with a snowman. Very jaunty snowman with his fedora hat. There's some reindeer and Santa going. Happy Santa. Happy La. Some baubles. Another big season's greetings and some more baubles. Lots of tinsel inside the carriage. Some little soldier boys. Or nutcrackers. And season's greetings down the back, which appears to be a repeat of the other one. What about the other side, you ask? Of course, let's have a look. So we've got Santa again, so it looks like it's probably the same on this side. Season's greetings again. We've got our nutcracker friends. And some baubles and seniors greetings, some more baubles. And some more of our Santas. Well, there we go. I think it's time to go and drive a Class 66 with an HKA? Which one is it? Which one is it? HKA. HKA wagon. We're going to run the spoil scenario. There might be one. I mean, we can have a quick check and just see, because I think it'd be a bit silly if there wasn't one. Let's see if there's a service when it's... Actually, we know there's no services, so let's check the scenarios. So Santa's coming to town, driving home for Christmas. Doesn't say the time, does it? So I guess we just have to spawn one and see what it does. So let's try this one. And we'll see what this looks like. And then we'll try the other one. If we're lucky, one of these will be in the dark, but I don't know. Then we can see the whole train at least. No, that would appear to be not dark. That would appear to be early in the morning, in fact. So let's try the other one. Because we ran the middle one, and that was during the day. I will give a bit of feedback if none of these are in the dark, because that just seems a bit weird, to be honest. Because why wouldn't you have one in the dark with a light-up train? It just seems a bit strange. Alright, let's try the last one. Driving home for Christmas. Let's see what that one is. It did have a picture of a lit-up train at least, so maybe this one's in the dark. But at least we know it works with Formation Designer now. So that's a good thing. Come on then. Squeeze it out, you constipated little wheel. Why isn't my wheel spinning? Oh, there it goes. I was getting worried for a minute there. Yay! It is in the dark. So there's one in the dark. Fantastic. We're completing the final leg of this festive journey. Well, let's preview the entire train then. We've seen the nutcrackers. There is decorations inside too, so if we have a quick look inside. There's tinsel and stuff in here, and baubles. They'll just whack you in the head as it's rolling around. You mind? Clearly not. Some up there as well. Bloke with the Christmas tree. The Christmas trees light up in the dark. That's nice. Yes, you take a picture of the tree. There's a lit up train right behind you, and you do a picture of the tree. Very good, mate. Looks like it's the same repeated over and over on each carriage, which doesn't surprise me terribly much, because that's what I would do. And we've got our blank one in the middle that we saw that during the day train before. No trespassing, don't care. Train's too long for the platform, very good. Here's a big train, isn't it? There we go. Now we know what it looks like in the dark. So there's one scenario with it in the dark. Hey, that one's different, isn't it? That is a bit... maybe not. Okay. Naturally, I'll run this at Christmas time. Let's go and jump into the UK. It's time to drive a Class 66 on West Coast Main Line with the Spoil Train. It'll be an almost full-length run of the route. It takes an hour and 20. I'm going to do it anyway, even though I'm tired. AAR, hello, how are you? I'm okay, thank you. Who's in the vertical chat? So, let's go, not that West Coast Main Line, the other one. And scenario, Spoil Train is what we want. Spoil from London, that's the one. You have not completed suggested training modules. Okay. Skip. Right. Ready for a 66. He's hoping Rail Driver wakes up. It didn't before. Because I'd much rather drive it with the Rail Driver than the console if I can. It appears like the Rail Driver's awake. This is good. Simple task today. You'll be taking spoil from construction work here at Euro Terminal in Wembley as far as Bletchley, where it will be sorted for ongoing travel away from the capital. Very good. Can you unlock my movements, please? Thank you. No, don't do that. You're copying Rail Driver already. Alright. Forwards. Set the headlights to day running. There we go. Release the brakes. Of course. I do like the sound of the 66. Especially the more modern ones. Let's get the windows open. AWS is up here somewhere, I think, if I remember rightly. That one? That one. Come on. Alright, I can put the Xbox controller away, because we'll be driving this properly. It's not much of a horn compared to the American horns, is it? But that's okay. Are our brakes cut in? Let's just make sure. They are, because it says brake cut out up there, so that's fine. Let's go outside and watch it leave. Oh, it's just us. I'm guessing we have to pick up some wagons, which would seem sensible. In our DB Cargo 66 number 003. Now, where are we going? I better fix some points. Those ones look okay to me. And we're just going up there anyway, so that's fine. Oh, that's the loading thing. We were under it. Cool. We have a yellow signal by the looks. Let's pay attention and drive. YouTube just popped up and said, there's time to insert ads. It's like, no. HKAs is what they are. AWS warning me about the yellow. Oh, it wants me to stop here. And where are we going to go after this? We're going to go back where we were supposed to stop. That's what we're going to do. Of course we are. Because we were too far from it. Let's just wait until we're sitting on it. Come on, you. That should work. Yeah, you can stop now. Good little train. That's better. Now need to change ends to couple to your consist. Fantastic. Exit the cab. Shouldn't I apply the brakes? Oh, it's doing that for me. And don't I need to set tail lights, surely? Tail lights? Maybe? Would seem fair. Down? Down. There we go. No, not up. Down. Come on, let me down. Oh well, we'll just jump out then. No, no, I want the door. Come on, door. Door. No. Oh, do we have to do this the hard way? Right. There we go. Got it. Right. In we go. Bit of headlight action. Windows. I left the windows open at the other end, didn't I? What kind of miscreants might get in there? Alright, let's get the brakes releasing. Shut down the cab. Set the tail lights to on. I did set the tail lights to on at the other end. I think that's an instruction that's a little bit out of order. But let's go and do it anyway, because it's not going to let us go anywhere until we do it, obviously. So I think that instruction might just be just a tiny bit out of order. And they are on anyway. You happy now? No. What's it want me to do? In here? No, that must be up the other end of the train, surely. Surely that's up the other end of the train. It is up the other end of the train. Okay. I understand. We're going to drive forwards and we're going to put tail lights on. Right? No, yep, I understand that. Right. I still reckon that's out of order, because why have I put tail lights on? Sigh. We have a shunt signal, so that's fine. And you're moving, good. Now, where are we going? That has changed. They're fine. All good. Why does it sound like my brakes are on? I reckon the brakes are still on from the other end. But, you know, let's just drive this and push through it. It'll be fine. See you later, Lord Dampnut. Sorry I'm not really keeping up with the chat tonight. It's a bit busy. Let's go and pick up our cars. The brakes really are on, look. Absolutely flat out on. I have a faint suspicion the scenario might have told me to release the brakes at the other end, but it didn't. It might be a handy bit of feedback. Because I think that's why they're on. In fact, we've got both ends cut. So we should have cut out the brakes at the other end and cut them in at this end. So the brakes are cut in at both ends. He's not quite right. So we'll cut them out before we leave this end. At least we get to listen to the big engine go whoop, 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 whoop. At least it'll stop itself. Let's go and pick up our HKAs. A little bit more. We're not quite there yet. A little bit more. Haven't heard a clunk yet. There we go. Lovely. Now you want me to do the coupling. Alright, better put some brakes on though. Couple. Where's the couple thingy? Come on, couple thingy. I saw it a moment ago. There we go. Yeah. They're not coupled too well. More feedback. Come on, let me sit in the chair. Reverse it to neutral. And remove it, no doubt. Headlights and marker lights to off. And I reckon we should be cutting out the brakes. I just think. It just seems like a good thing to do. Surely. Why did we even turn the tail lights on in here? That's just not right. That's okay. I'm going to lose points for jumping out of the train all the time. You know what? I think that door opened, but didn't. Didn't we hear it open? I'm sure we heard it open. Anyway, that's fine. Alright, back down here. And our brakes are cut in. Yeah, we had brakes cut in at both ends. That was our problem with the brakes. So we should be able to release the brakes properly from this end. Should be fine. That night running or something silly? Yep, it was. No, it's releasing them as soon as it's applying them as soon as I release them. I think this loco's grumpy. Let's just... Yeah, because it should only be cut in at one end. Did I just turn that off? I did. Dope. Alright, now we should be able to do it. Yeah, that's better. So there will be some feedback from me going back to Dovetail about this train. Peter Young says it would be nice if they included a National Power liveried 66. Inaccurate, no, but it'd be nice on a Heritage. "38 miles to Bletchley, so let's get out of here." Ooh, look at all those wonderful Grettas shooting up into the air. It'll be a little while because it's got to release the brakes on the consist. I do detect a touch of snow. Excellent. The snow will make it more interesting. And it'll be a little while. It's starting to pull, but quite clearly the brakes are still on. Let's have a closer look at the HKAs as it comes past. So we do have the National Power logo. Ends built for keeping it clean. Alright, they look alright. So doesn't that gauge say my brakes are on both bogies? But that gauge says they're released. More power. Yeah, definitely released. I suppose it's got something silly like parking brake. No. Well, now I've overcharged the brakes. It still didn't do anything. There's only one other thing I can think of to try to make them release, and that would be throttle off, and we will dump the air completely and try and charge the train again. All the way back to 0. Pete says having difficulty in the 350, they won't move. Tried different services. I didn't have any dramas on the 350 yesterday. Right. That's charging the pipe awfully quickly. That's like we're not connected to the train. You know, it's dropping a little... But it's not releasing the brakes on the locomotive. Maybe it got confused because I did things with the brakes. Main menu, main menu, main menu. What does it think we've got? Goods. And let's just cut them out and then cut them in again, I guess. What'd that do? Okay, it's releasing it back to 0, but interestingly, one needle stayed charged. Weird. Cut in. Exit. And that's dumped the other one now. Alright, let's see how it goes this time. Let's see if it releases. What I want to see is the brakes release on this bogies gauge here. No, that's overcharged it and broken it. This is good. I think, let's give this one another try. Actually, you know what I'll do? I will reset the physics. Let's see if that does. Okay. Brakes are cut in, apparently. Nah, I think it's still naked. Alright, let's restart the scenario and just see what that does, because I didn't completely follow its directions, and maybe that's what's gone wrong, but that feels like that 66 is a bit dead. British Ace is still awaiting the West Coast Mainline update on PS5. A right mess. That's no good. Transport Legend says it to go up for me. Oh, you're talking about the 350s solving each other's problems. So, when it lets me, I'm going to see what the brakes are set in. HD Gaming 360 says, why can't they spend some time with the 66? I don't think I've ever had it do this before. I've had other weird things. See, it's releasing okay. So with this bogey, see how it's dropping down to 0? This gauge here. So this time the brakes are releasing. Alright. I already have released the brakes. Ratifus got the update yesterday afternoon. There was a small update that came out, and everybody got that, but not everybody's got the main update for West Coast Mainline that gives you all the other services. So if you've still got about 600 services, then you haven't got the main update yet. Oops, better set some points. Almost forgot about that. In the vertical chat, ABE asks, why do you like this game? I mean, what's so interesting? Well, I'm a train person, so I actually work on a railway, so I find this stuff fun. I get that not everybody does. Ooh, Shit, that's red. That wasn't red last time, was it? Oh, there we go. Spad, good. Let's just start it again. Good, good, perfect, good. No problems. Frustrations. Pay attention. Stop reading the chat. Peter Young says, nice and realistic, a dead shed. Hello, Transport Legend as well. Yeah, I don't want to learn how to drive it. I kind of know. This was meant to be easy, you know? This was meant to be easy. It's one of those moments, sometimes you just feel, well, I'll just go get a beer. Go sit on the couch then. So yeah, I get it. Okay. Let's try again. Let's follow the scenario's directions precisely. Alright, brakes are cut in. Let's get our handle into forwards. Finish releasing the brakes. Let's turn on AWS. Right. Let's see how it goes this time. Peter Young says, even more realistic, dead shed and tea and biscuits. Yes. Where is the phone handset for contacting the signaller on these things? I don't see it. Oh, there. Blind. Wait for signal to change. Okay. What's around that's going to stop me? Because we got through it before. Oh, it's yellow now anyway. It's fine. I was just being impatient. .350 cruising along. And this time I'm not going to do anything smart-ass like trying to cut the brakes in or out or anything like that. Yeah, I need to change ends. I'm just going to follow its directions very carefully this time. Set the reverser to neutral. Alright. Set the headlights to off. Remove the reverser handle. Exit the cab. And it's dumped the brakes. This is where our problem started last time. But let's just give it a crack. Oh, let me climb the ladder that time. That's good. Come on, door. Fine, I'll just leave the door open. Come on, door. There we go. Insert the reverser handle. AWS goes off. Set it to day running. Right. Set the tail lights to on, which I don't understand why we're doing that. Set the reverser to forward. Release the brakes. Well, they're charging up okay. Let's just hold it there instead of using rail driver. And are they releasing? No, they're not. Look at that. Didn't release. Well, I don't think we're running this scenario. I don't think. We'll see what it does when we get to the other end, I suppose. I won't muck with the brakes. We'll just drive up and drive hard. Because this loco is not set up correctly. I'm going to stick that feedback in now. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you know, I didn't get to AWS quick enough. Great. That's fine. We'll sit here for a minute while the brakes recharge. That's fine. You gonna make me sit here for a minute, really? Can I make it move? Can I force it? No, it's gonna make me sit here. Waiting for the brake demand. Odin Moore, hi, how are you? I have buggered the train. Sudashan in the vertical chat says, what's the game name? Train Sim World 5. Tony Ray's in the vertical chat says, bandits are coming to take the gold. Well, that's quite possible. Not much I can do about them at the moment. My brake demand light gone out? It has, so I can... We'll see if the brakes release now. See, it's pumping up really fast. There's no way it should pump up that fast, which doesn't surprise me at all that they're not releasing. Alright, let's just go and push into the other one. Let's hope it works when we get to the other end. We will try. We will try. You could be right, Candler B. Thank you. So maybe that bit is right, but the brakes certainly aren't. The brakes are scared and lonely. So I didn't see the freight part. Yeah. This releases tomorrow, Odin Moore. It's $5 or something. $5, sorry, £5 for the pack, or £11 for all three. And just like last time, I don't need to worry about braking to a stop because it's going to do it for me. And gentle bonk, lovely, perfect coupling. I'm not going to muck around and do any of the things that I normally would. I'm just going to go and couple it up. Come on, where's the ladder? No, not up. Fine, we'll just jump out. Clicky, clicky. Now I need to change ends again. Very good. So, set the reverser to neutral. Just going to do what we're told. Headlights to off. Tail lights to off. Reverse the handle. Exit the cab. Alright. And it's dumping the air again. In we get. Are you running? There we go. And release the brakes. Let's see if it does. They're even harder on now than they were before. Oh, they're releasing. Look at that. No, they're not. No, they're not. Still sitting there on 4. We'll give it a chance. Let's see if it charges the train up. Train could be completely empty, I suppose. Maybe I'm just not waiting long enough. If this was an American train, you'd go up the back and you'd look at the Fred. But no Fred on a British train. Oh well, let's just drive then. Let's just pretend this is fine. How powerful is the 66? That's the question. Straight into the red. Beautiful. Off we go. No, the brakes aren't right, Chandler. They're very sad. We're going to take this thing 38 miles with the brakes like this. It's going to work great. Perfect. I actually think they've come on a little bit more. Odin Moore says, why is there sometimes a red near rear light on some trains but not all? They should all have one in this era. Should be a red flashing light on the back, which there is not, but there should be. Actually, no, it's only the loco's brakes are on. The carriage brakes aren't on. That's interesting. Why would the loco brakes be on? Look at that. The independent brake was on. How about that? Well. There we go. We'll be able to move now at least. Chandler said I had problems with brakes too on a 66 shunting at who? Who are you? Let's have some wipers. Windscreen wiper left. That's what I want. Oh god, they're noisy wipers. Ah, I don't want you on. You can go off. Well, the independent brake shouldn't have been on, Odin. I'm making up for lost time. Doing some spirited running here. My lucky Spence. There you go, we've made a whole mile in all that time. 37 miles to Bletchley. We are cruising along way too quickly, but that's okay. We're just making up for lost time. It'll be fine. Just ignore it. Don't look. It'll be fine. All good. Nothing to see here. Move along. We gradually make our way out of the yard, onto the main line. I guess it could be a December challenge. Why not? It is certainly snowing. Why not indeed? We'll be allowed to go faster soon. Well, actually, maybe not. We've got a red signal coming. We shall see if we're allowed to go faster, won't we? To throttle off in case we don't get to go. This is pretty amazing. 4,825 people have looked at the shorts one. That is amazing. Looks like we have got the go on those signals. .350 blasting past on the left there. That does sound good with that nice throb. I can't remember exactly when the 66 got a new sound set, but very appreciated. Lots of ONE containers over there. I think we get to see some Freightliner containers now, don't we too? Are they in this pack or are they in the next one? I think they're in this pack. Maybe. Don't scare the cats, Chandler. They'll get you. Cats wouldn't care about a train horn. They'll just sit there and go, what do you want? Yeah, take your horn, mate. Go back where you came from. Now we're about to go out onto the main line, finally. Let's have a quick look down here. It does have suspension. Yep, definitely has suspension. That's good. We're going too fast, but won't let that worry us at all. No, not a problem. You slide in through the platform here. There's no one on the platform anyway. No one in their right mind's going to be out in a snowstorm. Sooner or later I'll have to put those wipers on. It barely fits in there, doesn't it? Odenmore says, I'm waiting for the military cargo pack that was spoken about. I'm hoping they'll reveal it at some point as a December reveal. Well, perhaps. Sounds like we're slipping, doesn't it? We are slipping a bit. Alright, we clearly can't run in notch 8 yet. Let's go back to 6. Oh look, the dirt's covered in snow. That's cool. They remembered snow textures. Yay! Little things. Little things are important. Mexico Mo Rail Fan says, do you like US freight? I don't mind it. I don't like the really long 3-hour runs though. Hour to an hour and a half's about max for me. This is basically an SD70, this locomotive. Pretty heavy train too for such a short one. How many tons are we? We are 1494 tons. That's quite heavy for such a short train. Chandler says you might get blinded by a 710. It depends if they're in the scenario or not. Have to give up and put the wipers on. Alright, slippy slippy goes the loco. I thought we had it then, but no. I thought we were okay in Notch 8 and then it just let go. Stick with 7 for a little while. Oh, now you put umbrellas up. Really? Alright, let's try for 8 again. See if we can manage it. I wonder if we'll see any Pendolinos in the scenario. I'm betting not. Rampus says, why is the screen like a mobile layout? Well, you're in the shorts feed. So you can, if I grab you the link, wander over to the vertical feed and to the horizontal feed, mate. So there's a link for you, Rampus. I run dual streams, one in the short stream and one in the horizontal. Mexico Motor Rail fan says, I like the 66, very powerful engine. It is, and it seems to be holding with the Notch 8 this time. Nothing's complaining at me, which is good. C says 48 watching, can all hit the like button. You should see the vertical stream, mate. It's a 67 watching in that one. Only 14 likes too. Whack some likes. That'd be cool. We cruise along in a happy little way. Oh, you guys can't see any of the dash, can you? Let me, oops. Let me just come over here. I'll just move you over a bit so you can see the speedo. There we go. Get me a little bit out of the way. That should be better. Or did I cover the speedo up then? No, I covered it up. What an idiot. Alright, let's try that again. Let's put me on the other side. And let's make me a bit smaller. Alright. Now you can see stuff. There you go. Now you can see the speedo. 50 mile an hour. We're getting up there. Slowly. Very slowly. Odin asks, does the demist button have any effect in game? Not in this loco, but in the Expert 101 it does. It's the only one I know of where it does anything. We're building up some nice momentum now, coming up on 55 miles an hour. Oh, 51 anyway. Chandler says the DRS 66 should be on West Coast Main Line because it is in real life. Odin says, I've not gotten the expert trains yet. Well, there's only one, the Expert 101. Do I recommend them? If you are a German train aficionado and you really like a bit of a challenge, then sure. If you are not familiar with what the internal controls would be to manage a locomotive and you don't want to deal with random faults, maybe not. So it depends what you're like as a player and what kind of challenge you might like. Mexico Mo Railfan says, what does the demister do? We don't have those here in the US. I'm betting you do, but they're probably just automatic. So a demister just blows hot air onto the, you'd call it the windshield. Doesn't look like it's blowing much snow up anymore. Oh, it is there, once you get further away. Here's a 710. We're over on the fast line now. There was a 710 pulling into the platform behind us over there. Let's go have a look. There it is. It's opening up the doors. Better go back to our train, it'll leave the tile. Even though we're approaching the speed limit, I'm just going to keep the power on because we are getting into a faster zone shortly. We may go over the speed limit briefly while we cruise, but we may not. Ratifus says, I love the Expert 101, but a couple of the scenarios seem to be a bit broken. I've played all the Expert scenarios. I thought they were okay, but it may have had an update since then. I don't know about needing to speak German, Psych. You do need to know some German words, but you can Google them easily enough. But you do need to be a little bit of a masochist to like that one. 350. It's about this time you want to pop a brew on the hot plate. Chandler says, I think HKAs are stuck at 60. Well, our HKAs aren't. We're going to go too fast because I'm like that. Oh, no, it really is limited to 50. Look at that. That's sad. Well, we're still not going to. We're just going to ignore the speed limit. C says, should do an expert train. I'd definitely get it for the UK. I kind of think that the Pendolino is set up to be an expert train because it seems to have rather a lot of things. Now, the other thing that could be an expert train that seems to be set up that way as well is the 87. Both of them strike me as sort of being ready, if you get what I mean. Radivus says, I can't finish one of the scenarios at all. Yeah. Well, if you've got one that you can't finish, let me know on the Discord if you like which one it is, because I'm more than happy to give it a try. See how we go with it. See, now you don't know I'm going too fast. The only danger of this, of course, is I get no warning of the signals at all. Running HUD-free on West Coast Main Line. Odin says, it's probably not the train for me, then I prefer to UK trains and routes. Would like the challenges. I'm going to have to think about it and watch one of your streams with the expert. I'm not that good with the expert, but I'm good enough that it's fun. Odin says, would go for a expert UK one, definitely. And Psych thinks the Pendo would be a good great expert train. Yeah, I think it would. I think the Psych would be pretty good. The 87 looked pretty good too. There's a class 47 that's quite well equipped. That could be a candidate. The old high-speed train from Southeastern High Speed could be a possibility. Thanks, Redifus. That would be good. Chandler says he reported some bugs to Tubtail like I've asked people to do, and they have replied and closed the tickets from Sydney improvements. It can take a long time from a bug report, and they usually want to see several bug reports for the same problem before they'll act. So don't expect a really quick turnaround. Software development really is quite slow. And we're coming up in the max speed of the 66 now, so we'll start slowing our rate of ascent a little. And we have got a 70 zone coming up. I did just get the warning about that then. Yeah, look, software development cycles are really slow, Chandler. Oh, the 801 could be a good candidate, Ratifus. Yeah, you're right. Mexico Mo Rail fan says, I wish they would remaster the Bakerloo or add another underground route. I like the tube. Well, you never know what might come. Chandler says you'll get all his friends to report it too. Well, that might help, might not. Odin Moore says, I've contacted Dovetail twice and they've replied to me very fast, which is good. We all know it takes time for software to be updated and changed. Yeah, and not every bug gets fixed too. I mean, it'd be nice if it did, but reality is a little bit different. Basically, if it's a gameplay ender, so this really poor setup of this locomotive is the kind of thing I'd expect to get patched. But some small things. And sometimes people see something and they think that's a bug. And I know I have during testing. And I'll point it out and they'll go, no, it's like that. It really is like that. And you go, oh, okay. Must be going uphill here. Sam Train says sometimes a bug just can't realistically be fixed. You make more bugs trying to fix the original one and just go, nope, not worth it if it's critical to the whole thing working. Yeah, that can be true. And I know the Dovetail people, I know they very much care, but they're constrained by time and money, like most businesses. C says, IMO underground routes are pointless. Chandler says the Elizabeth line could be a good one. The Elizabeth line is lit up in the tunnels, so yeah, it could be. Except the trouble with that is I think the trains are automatic, aren't they? That wouldn't be very exciting. That would be like BART. And if we got BART from San Francisco, it's the American train system, they're fully automated. Mexico Mo Rail fan says the new rolling stock for the underground in real life looks great. Can't wait to see them zooming around London. Well, there's a lot of new stuff coming in there. We've got some new trains here too. We've just got the new Extrapolis 2, which is a bit snazzy. Is that a yellow? That is a yellow. Better pay attention. No more skylarking with cameras. Yeah, Chandler, I know they've been doing some work with coming into Euston. So the timetable's been reworked through there to make that a whole lot better. So we'll see how well that goes with the update gets out, becomes widely available. So we'll see how it goes. And the stations where you can't cross between the platforms, and that just means there's no climb up on the platform. They fixed a lot of those, but not all of them. There's some on this route that haven't got climb up. And there's one on this route somewhere, if you're in the wrong place on the platform, you fall through it. Do I actually have a red signal coming up? Not for a little while. Odin says the Japanese one is going to be interesting. I do think so. I'm looking forward to it. The Japanese one, it's a very slow route. Be warned of that. It's about a 25, 30 mile an hour route from memory. It is a really slow one. So don't expect a high speed run. Chandler says Old Oak Common to Abbey Wood is automated. Stratford to Shenfield and Old Oak Common to Reading. Heathrow are self-driven. Fair enough. Chandler says it could make an interesting scenario where you drive the underground section. Could. Sykes says you Aussies have great trains in the cities. We have a decent train service in Melbourne and Sydney. I'm not sure what Brisbane and Perth are like these days. It's not amazing though. I would have to say the UK system is actually better than what we've got. Between cities, the UK system is quite frankly amazing. It's one of the best systems in the world, I would have to say. And I've travelled a bit, so I've experienced quite a few. A lot of the time you only get one train a day between major cities. Like Melbourne and Sydney, there's one. Great. Because no one wants to ride in it. But no one wants to ride in it because there's only one. If there was 10 of them, it would be much better. So when I was in the UK, looks like we cleared whatever we were catching up with. When I was in the UK, I travelled the whole country by train, except for 2 times when I took buses. Well, 3 when British Ace got me onto a bus. But I found getting around the country by train was just magic. Very easy to plan. Most of the train ones were fairly reasonable. Some of the big name ones, like riding the Izuma, for example, was expensive. But the other ones, no, were quite good. I did a month of travel around the country for less than £1,000. So I was pretty happy. It was about £800, I think, in all up. We are getting some nice snow textures onto the 66 now. Looks quite good. Yeah, got a bit of wheel slip going on here. Guessing we caught up with the 350 service before. Mexico says, I'm excited. The Japanese route is a mountain route. Go up steep routes would be cool as a mastery award. Yeah, I think, is Aizu Wakamatsu Tadami the one with switchbacks? Or is it the other one with switchbacks? Yep, wheel slip. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's got switchbacks, which make it quite interesting. C says very unlikely to do another underground route, but yeah, look, you never know. If they think it'll sell, they'll do it. Bring the power back on slowly since we had a big wheel slip there. Odin Moore says I've got a rail card that gives me a very good discount. I was very close to buying the tourist rail card for the UK, but it was £1,100 and I worked out that I could do it for about 800, so I didn't do it. But the tourist card lets you travel pretty much anywhere you want, but you still have to book the trains. Bradifus says, I always fancied the Indian Pacific, takes about 3 days, and there's a bar. Not sure I could sell that to the Trouble and Strife, though. It's quite a popular train. It's they stop and do barbecues at night time, and they have little shows and stuff like that for the gang. The Indian Pacific is the more commercial version. But you should ride the GAN if you want to ride one of those. More fun. Pretty Chase said you had the pleasure of going on a 377. Quite a lot of them, actually. I did ride a few 377s. I had some good suggestions from British Ace for rail fanning spots as well. Look how deep the snow is back there. It's actually obliterated the points. I appreciate that, but the points are just literally disappearing under snow. That's good. I really like that. Syke and Odin have asked what is a switchback. That's when you go that way along the line and you go up a hill, and then you'll stop and change points and go up that way, and then stop and change points and go that way. It's like a switchback or a zigzag, it's sometimes known as well. Odin Moore says, I've got a disabled card. He paid for 3 years. Excellent. Now we're going to our distance. 19 miles. Got a while to go yet. The snow is getting spectacularly deep. I like this. It's the, oops. I meant to do that. I meant to go over there. The lone tree on the hill. I do find it funny because in the snowy season they don't draw the sheep and the cows, but sometimes you still hear them. You think there's a sheep under the snow somewhere going, meh. Mexico Mo Rail Fans is a switchback as the tracks go back and forth, climbing a grade each time. It's better and less steep. A really steep track going straight up the mountain. Yes, that's basically what they are. I'm not sure if it actually has them. Let me see if I can find a route map for the line. So the full line is 135 kilometers long, and I can't tell from their route map if it actually has got any switchbacks or not. It's actually a good brochure. I should go through this at some point. I'll drop it in the chat. Drop it in both chats, in fact. Why not? So that's the Tadami line that we're talking about. Hello, Richie. So for the other ambassadors, have your keys come out yet? I had to beg for these. Jan was kind enough to give me keys literally 15 minutes before my stream. Otherwise I would have had to cancel it. Or do something else. Oh, we're getting wheel slip again. Let's pop the power down a little bit. No. Oh, great. Yeah, just for the other people in the chat, the ambassadors are supported by a different company, not Dovetail. So, we're at their mercy. If you weren't in the stream before, I don't know if you're here before or not, BA, but I had some dramas with this one. I had some fun with the 111, but I'm pretty sure all the problems I had with the 111 are just me not knowing how to drive it properly. Let's see if I can power up again. This is a bit slippery. Yeah, and you're still waiting for the West Coast Mainline PS5 update. Well, the good news is the West Coast Mainline update's good. It's, I think, fairly stable. I had one crash on one service. The rest of them seem okay. I'm waiting for it to come out in Xbox. Possibly on Sunday I'll stream West Coast Mainline on Xbox. Just so people get an idea of what it's like. Mexico Rail fan says they should add a cog railroad where the locos have gears that rides a third rail in the mountain. So steep. Yeah, we've got one of those in the state below us, so in the state of Tasmania. And we used to have their loco on our railway in our museum. And we gave it back to them and they restored it. And now they run their railway, which is awesome for them. How are we going? 17 miles to go to Bletchley. I should have put on a bit more power through here, through the tunnel, because we probably wouldn't slip in here. Now we'll come out and slip. You watch. What notch am I getting away with? Oh, I think I'm in 7 now. Looks like it. We'll see if we get away with being in 7. It's very slippery today. I actually have an extra day off this week because I've gone on to a what's called a 9-day compressed fortnight where I work my normal working hours for the 2 weeks in 9 days instead of 10 days and take a Friday off. And payroll told me I should have had last Friday off, so I'm having this Friday off instead. So that'll be good. Very much looking forward to it. Hello to all the people in the Vertical Shorts feed. There's 133 of you. That's quite amazing. I hope you're liking what you see. We are playing Train Sim World 5. We're in a Class 66 in the snow, which is about as slippery as a pig on a water slide. I keep sliding on our way to Bletchley. Took a little while to get this set actually moving, so this loco did have some configuration challenges. I think we've had a monorail in TSC at some point. Mexico Morail fan. I think there was a private map developed that had a monorail in it. Just occurred to me I'm still on passenger brakes. I should really be on freight, but I'm not game to change it. As we cruise along, it's getting darker and harder to see. Excellent. Exactly the kind of conditions you want to be driving in. Chandler says if they did the Anglia main line should either come with or be released separately a class 3, 4, 5. I don't think I met one of those. How long is the train, asks Odin Moore. It's not massive. It's 13 cars, 283 yards, but it's very heavy. It's 1,500 tons. And those are proper tons too. Thank you for all the hearts in the vertical feed. Highly appreciate them. Is that my signal? No, it's on the other line. It's alright. I was concerned for a moment there. This is the kind of day that you just put the heater on and go, I need warmth. Not in. Very good. So it's a not in service train. This is where you annoy the train and do this. I always like doing that to AI trains. Ooh, there's another 350 passing us. He doesn't have the same slip issues we do, clearly. The heaters would work in reality in the real train, but probably not this one, no. Although, you know, your average gaming PC or console is generally a fairly good room heater. Just sitting here in the snow makes me feel cold. I do love upsetting AI trains, Richie. I've been known to do things like put their trains in reverse, which on some of the trains actually works. And then they span. "13 miles to go." See the locomotive bouncing up and down from the suspension. The snow modelling is not too bad on it. I wouldn't mind seeing some snow on here, because even though it's quite steep, it would still stick to it. Be good to see snow on the buffers too, and on the couplers, because it would get snow on there. No, I don't think I would see any Pendolinos in the scenario, because you'd need to own the scenario to be able, own the Pendo to be able to play the scenario. So I don't think I'd see any. Nee and Marie, how much is it? It is £5 or £11 for all three of the gameplay packs. So this one is the HKA pack for West Coast Main Line. Earlier in the stream we ran the 1111 and N wagons on Frankfurt Fulda, otherwise known as Sausage Town. Just better slow down a little bit. And the San Bernardino Christmas train, which we saw probably about an hour ago now, is also 5. So it's £5, €5. Convert that to your local currency as you see fit. I probably shouldn't watch that train, because I think we're running up to a red signal. So this would be a very good time to stop. And I think I'm sliding. And am I running to a red? I am. Are we going to make this? We are slowing down. I can see it though. I'm worried now. Let's dump the rest of the air, I think. Let's go into emergency. I don't reckon we're going to stop though. Nozifo in the vertical says, in snow, what you can't see well. Yes, never drink yellow, never eat the yellow snow. Oh, it's gone yellow, look at that. Oh, has it? Or is that red? It's so hard to tell. I'm just sliding right now. We're going to spad this. That's red. We're stuffed. What you do is you go escape. Oh, it's too slow. Well, that went well, didn't it? I did pop the emergency brakes on. Let's load task checkpoint. Let's see where we're up to. Why not? It's kind of past my bedtime, and I was up at 5 this morning, but won't let that worry us. Oh, all the way back there. Well, I don't think we're going to play the whole thing again, because that's all the way back here. Would have hoped there was another checkpoint somewhere. So, I might actually end the stream at that point, given the time, and given that I need to be up again in less than 8 hours. Always fun. So, yeah. We ended it on a high note with a spad. Very good. Almost got to Bletchley, but not quite. What have we got behind us there? 350, of course. So, let that be a lesson to you. Pay attention to the first yellow signal and go hard on the brakes. Because I didn't do that. Oh well. That's life, isn't it? That's life. Anyway, I'll be back on Sunday morning for my usual stream. I will probably stream off the Xbox on Sunday, I think. Just to get a bit of variety in. We'll have a look at West Coast Mainline on the Xbox and we'll run some more of these. And just have a bit of fun, basically. So, thank you very much for joining in. I appreciate all the people that are watching in both streams. There's huge numbers in both, to be honest. 46 in the traditional and 141, I think. And we've had 8,000 views on the shorts. That's amazing. Well, anyway, thanks very much, folks. So we will see you later. Hope you can join in on Sunday morning. Make sure you check out the other ambassadors like British Ace and Richie Rail, who have been in the chat for this one, who hopefully will get their keys for this really soon and take it along throughout the day to have some more fun. So thanks a lot, folks. Enjoy yourselves, and we shall see you later. Bye now.